As the Lady of Fatima once said, say the rosary every day to obtain peace for the world and an end to the war. So, who the Lady of Fatima is just an apparition of the Virgin Mary, who appeared upon 3 children in the small village of Fatima, hence her name, the Lady of Fatima. So through these apparitions upon these 3 children, she wanted them to get closer to God and get their sins forgiven and kind of sort of make them feel more secure, because during that time, the First World War was going on. So my culture artifact that I brought today is this rosary, and this is how I identify myself with the Catholic Church. So by learning more about the rosary, you will have a greater understanding of what the rosary symbolizes and why it's important to me and what the purpose of it is. So first I will be talking about where the word rosary originated from, and then I will be talking about how I identify with it and why it's really important to me. So the word rosary originated from Latin. So as you can see, like when you say the word rosary, it sounds like rose or rose garden. So that's exactly what it represents. So how it's important to me. It's really important to me because I kind of grew up already into the Catholic culture because of my mother, and she grew up into it because of her mom. So it's like I'm kind of hoping like when I have my kids, they're gonna be Catholics too. So first I would be talking about when the rosary first came into use in the Catholic Church. It didn't come into use in the Catholic Church until the year of 1214, when it was presented by Saint Dominic or Santo Domingo in Spanish, after him himself received it from an apparition of the Virgin Mary. So she thought that he was the adequate person to give it to because she saw that he was kind of performing good deeds in the sense that he was trying to convert some of his friends into the Catholic culture. Not because he wanted them to, not because like he was forcing them to convert, but because he saw that they were going down the wrong path and he wanted them to kind of preach the rosary and become closer to God and to get their sins forgiven as well. So the Holy Rosary became a big part of Saint Dominic's life in the sense that he ended up preaching it for the rest of his life. And he was hoping to make the same impact on other people and get them to preach the rosary as well. So now I'll be talking about how I identify with the Catholic culture and why this rosary is important to me. So I identify with the Catholic culture because, like I mentioned before, my mom. And oftentimes I would question myself, like, how have I managed to remain in this religion? But I would think about it and come into conclusions and think to myself, like, converting religions would mean a fresh new start. It would mean going from one set of beliefs to another set. So it would be like, it would kind of confuse like what one believes. So why it's important to me is that like it makes me feel like it kind of makes me clear my mind and kind of like concentrate. Like when I'm feeling sad, I can just say a prayer and it'll make me feel better. Or when I'm feeling happy or I'm going to like through a really good moment, I can just say a prayer, like just to thank God about who He has put in my way, like it just makes me appreciate life a little more. So now you all have a better understanding on the Holy Rosary. And so first I talked about where it originated from and how it's a part of the Catholic faith. And then I talked to you guys about how it's important to me personally. So I just think it's really crazy how an object so small can have such a great meaning, such a significant meaning in our lives. But all I can say is that I'm more than proud to be part of the Catholic faith.